Alright, welcome guys. This is your free video update from Seasonal Swing Trader. Today, this will be a quick video. Just want to go back and recap last week's analysis that we did in the grain markets, in particular the soybean complex and soybean futures. So we're pulling back pretty healthy today across the grain complex as a whole. In particular, we're really focusing on the three major soybeans, corn and wheat. We're also watching soybean oil and soybean meal. But wanted to come back to this one on soybean that we focused on exclusively. We are at a major potential turning point here in the grain markets, not from just a seasonal perspective, but also from a technical perspective. You can go back and see last week's video on the reasoning why. But we were getting very vertical in all of these grain markets, which put us on point anyways, but we also knew that we had high probability seasonality coming into play. How do we find these? It's very easy and push button simple, and we use that and we do that by using our smart seasonal scanner. So here are these three bearish opportunities coming into play here mid to late week of Halloween week. And we also have this one coming up here around December. We as traders know nothing falls on exact dates. We must do our analysis, some common sense and judgment when we are in our approach to trading. But here we have high scoring, high probability seasonal opportunities coming into play, all displaying win rates of 82% or greater. We've got a short here in wheat with an 88% win rate, a short in corn with an 82% win rate, and a short in beans with an 86% win rate, all having at least 7 years of data, with average profit in dollars ranging from around $850 up to almost $2,000. Now, for those that want to see this a little bit more visually, we can see here on beans, very clear that we are at topping points here on the 30, 15, and 5-year historical basis. Trades to the downside. We go over to March corn. Here we are in late October, right around in here. Trades hot, puts in the high, trades sideways, and then moves lower. And then here we are on wheat. Here we have this topping action, and then we typically trade to the downside. Is it 100% guaranteed? Of course not. But if we go to the charts, it's very obvious, very clear that we are working to put tops here in at these markets. Not only just do we have our bread and butter high probability technical patterns such as head and shoulders tops and 1, 2, 3 tops, but we're also trading into key levels on the higher time frames. That's a daily, weekly, monthly basis. We're trading into past price structure or key price zones on the higher time frames, and then the market is experiencing some weakness or getting tired at these levels. Here we are on soybeans. Let's go to corn, and then lastly, let's go to wheat. So the front month that we want to consider trading in these markets is going to be the March contract for wheat and corn, and then January, as mentioned last week, in soybeans. So we're looking here to get short these markets. We'll kind of wait and see how the rest of the day plays out. Perhaps look to get into these tomorrow. I personally will be using futures options. If you have any questions about how these work with the options on the futures contracts, feel free to reach out to me direct. I'll personally respond to you. Those that have no interest in futures or futures options can trade SOYB, which is the ETF that tracks soybeans, CORN or corn for the ETF that tracks corn, and then WEAT, which is the ETF or ETN that tracks wheat futures. All very low priced, all can certainly be tradable, but if you're like me and are a little cautious or uncertain about what's going to happen in the next week or weeks ahead and the volatility that will likely accompany it, now is a great time to start looking into futures. Now I'm going to be holding some presentations here this week where I talk specifically about how we use our smart market scanner combined with high probability technical analysis to find these trades on a weekend and month-end basis. Reach out if you have any questions. Good luck, good trading. We'll see you on the next update.